Over the years, we have heard lots of stories about unregulated brokers scamming their clients. But did you know the scamming works both ways? Yes, traders do scam their brokers as well. Today, I will talk about one of the more popular introducing broker scams that brokers have been grappling with. Of course, I'm not encouraging you to scam your broker, but if you do decide to go down this path, please don't say you got this idea from me. So, introducing broker or IB programs have been around for a long time. Essentially, an IB refers a new client to the broker, after which the IB gets a rebate from the client's trading activity, usually in the form of a number of points per lot traded. For example, if there is a 6-point rebate for the euro dollar per lot and per round turn, the IB will earn $6 for every lot his client trades. So, if an IB has a large network of clients, or his clients trade huge lots, this can be very profitable. Over time, many IBs have found ways to game the system, especially those from a particular Southeast Asian country with very nice noodles and very nice beaches. Here's a typical request for such an IB who is trying to scam his broker. There is nothing unusual about the request for flexible spread markups and fast deposits and withdrawals. But notice the very specific swap-free request. This is a major red flag, especially when this IB comes from a country with hardly any Muslim traders. If you watched my previous video on swap abuse, you probably know where this is heading. Oh wow, potential 200 to 300k deposits per month, up to $1 million even. Now, many brokers hire salesmen to promote their services who often have nice sounding titles like business development managers, account managers, client retention specialists, or partnership managers, but they are basically all salesmen. And their performance is primarily judged by one metric, the amount of client deposits. Their sales targets are usually anywhere from 10 to 100,000 US dollars per month, depending on their basic salaries. So when these salesmen see these massive deposit numbers, with the zeros dancing before their eyes, they usually jump at this opportunity. But here is what this self-proclaimed master IB is actually planning. He will have a substantial number of clients in his network, usually at least 20 to 30. I will illustrate this with 6 accounts here. They seem to be regular clients, but really their accounts are all under this IB's control. After onboarding with the broker, the IB will deposit the 200 to 300k across the many accounts, and he opens a large number of hedged trades. For example, one account longs the dollar-yen and another shorts it at the same time at the same size. These hedged trades have zero directional risk, and here is where the swap-free accounts come in. The IB earns swaps from the regular accounts and avoids paying swaps on the swap-free accounts. But that's not all. Remember the rebates mentioned earlier? These master IBs usually demand at least 8 points of rebates per lot per round turn. So let's say each account opens a 5-lot trade in the dollar-yen, 10 times per day, which are of course fully hedged using another account. This 50 lots is 400 US dollars of rebates per account. This is more than enough to compensate for the transactional costs from the spread. The swap earnings are a nice little bonus. Fortunately for the broker, such scams are pretty easy to spot, and this IB will very likely be kicked out within a few months. As for the IB, it's no problem at all. It's simply rinse and repeat, and he moves on to a different broker. For whatever reason, these scams are really popular in Southeast Asia, which is why many brokers operating in this region have tightened their IB requirements, and many have also removed their CPA programs. A CPA program is essentially similar to an IB arrangement, except that once the client has traded a certain volume, the IB gets a one-time commission. CPAs are even easier and faster to exploit than ongoing IB rebates, which is why some brokers have started clamping down on this. So just thought I would give you a heads up on what has been going on behind the scenes. It's not always the broker who is the bad guy. Such scams are of course unsustainable, and as usual, I recommend focusing on trading well instead, possibly using one of my backtested strategies as starting points. Happy trading!